As we continue to see police brutality and wait for justice in some high-profile cases like Breonna Taylor, George Floyd, and Rayshard Brooks, we are diving a little deeper into police reforms, and joining us now is retired Deputy Inspector for the NYPD, Corey Pegasus. Good morning. Thank you for joining us.
Good morning. Yes, Pegues, thank you.
Pegues, thank you. And what were your thoughts on President Joe Biden's CNN town hall and his comments on police reform and training officers to police with compassion? He even said, quote, "We have to put more money in policing and do more psychological testing on recruits because there is prejudice, and we'll also need more officers of color." What would you have to say about that?
Well, what I would say to President Joe Biden, I don't know if he has been under a rock, but we don't need more police. We need better policing. We don't need more police. We need better policing. So to just flood the communities with police, we've already seen that model. That model doesn't work. We need to streamline police. It needs to be a drastic change in policing. And yes, we need to bring more officers that reflect the communities in which they serve. You know, if you have a minority community, and I think, you know, proportionately, the police department should be more minority than non-minority. But the main thing we need to do in policing is fix the culture. The entire criminal justice system is broken. And we can defund, and, you know, we'll probably talk about that a little later. There's a lot of streamlining that needs to go into policing.
And of course, what is your stance on defunding the police? You just mentioned it. Do you think President Biden is right for not wanting to defund the police? I mean, when we really look into the funding that goes into some of these departments, some say that there is better use for it, saying that it can help and go towards low-income communities.
Yeah, the biggest budget in every municipality in America is the police budget. And again, I've been doing it for 200 years. Policing hasn't changed. The same thing. We need a drastic change. And you can defund, restructure, streamline policing. You can't, just for instance, like the war on drugs, we've been doing it since the Reagan era. What are we doing today? The war on drugs. It's not working. You can't arrest your way out of an addiction. It's only three ways to fix that: counseling, treatment, and education, not locking people up and putting them in jail. We have to streamline this. We have to do something a lot better than what we're doing now. Dealing with emotionally disturbed person or people with mental deficiencies or issues, we need to fix that also. All you got to do is look at Oregon. They have that program called Cahoots. They've been doing it over 20 something years. Whenever there's a call for somebody with a mental deficiency, they call counselors, mental health professionals to go to the scene. No longer do we have to send cops. As a matter of fact, every time a cop kills an unarmed person with a mental condition, I feel so bad for the cop because we are sending these cops out there unprepared. And obviously I feel bad for the person that's murdered, but you're sending out cops. It's like sending Michael Jordan to play football. He's not prepared to play football. Even if he had 2 or 3 practices, he can't play football, but he can play basketball. So we're sending cops with firearms on these jobs where people are not armed, but displaying some psychological tendencies, and they might raise their voice. They're not all, you know, looking to hurt the cop or hurt someone else. But a lot of the times they just don't have their medication. So you need a mental health professional to come over there, use verbal judo, de-escalate the situation. Cops are not getting enough training. They're getting a little bit of training. You know, they go to the police academy, get firearms training, driver's training, use of force training, domestic violence training, dealing with mental health training. It's not a lot though. These are like 18, 16-hour blocks of training. And then you send them out there and say, go conquer the world, him or her. And they can't because they're not prepared to do it.
And let me ask you this. Can police reform happen? Do you honestly see this happening? And if you do, how long before we see changes?
Well, I don't see it happening fairly soon. But what I do envision is policing drastically changed. That's what they have to do. It's almost like you have to take an atomic bomb and blow up the criminal justice system, especially policing. Police is the most important part of the criminal justice system because they're the gatekeepers of the criminal justice system, meaning they start the process. So it's important and imperative that we have sane officers that's going to be out there, you know, enforcing the laws that legislators pass. But it has to be changed. It can be reformed, but it has to be drastic. And I'm talking like, I don't even want to see cops doing car stops anymore. If it's not a felony car stop, no longer should we have cops issuing tickets for an air freshener obstructing the view of a person, or lightly tinted windows, or a broken tail light. Let's give that off to somebody else, like a traffic, a traffic cop. Let them do those. Obviously, if you got to call a man with a gun with a car, that's where we'll send the cops to that. Or there was a bank robbery and a car fled the scene, we're sending cops to that. But we got to lessen the engagements, because when you look at even car stops, you look at people that's been killed by police in the last few years, they're all on car stops. So what are we going to do different about this? And I know there's people out there that are saying, well, Corey, cops are getting killed on car stops. And the only reason they're getting shot is because when they're stopping these bad guys, the bad guys are like, this guy's coming to take my liberty and put me in jail. Now, if you take a person that doesn't have a gun and they're doing these car stops, why would you kill a person that's unarmed because they're going to give you a summons? It doesn't make sense. So it has to be reimagined, but it has to be somebody that's looking so forward to say, hey, I want to change this, and these are the things I'm going to do to change it. Drastic change.